Hello. Welcome to my channel. In this second part we continue to talk about parallel lines cut by a transversal. If you have missed the first part, you'll find the link below. We want to prove that two parallel lines cut by a transversal form congruent corresponding angles. Congruent alternate interior angles. Congruent alternate exterior angles and supplementary consecutive interior angles. First of all, we draw the lines. The two parallel lines L1 and L2. And the transversal T. Then we start with this statement. Two parallel lines cut by a transversal form corresponding angles. We'll use again a proof by contradiction. The theorems proven in the first part will also be useful. We begin with the two couple of angles, A and A prime, C and C prime. Let's suppose that these two pairs of corresponding angles are not congruent. We can draw a new straight line, the dashed line in figure, that passes through the intersection point of L1 and T. We call P the point of intersection of the three lines. Furthermore, we choose this straight line, so that C double prime and A double prime are congruent to C prime and A prime. So the corresponding angles between L2 and the D are congruent. But we have learned in the first part that congruent corresponding angles implies that the lines are parallel. So D and L2 should be parallel. But this is impossible because of Euclid's fifth postulate. The postulate assures that there is at most one parallel line that passes through a given external point. In our case, both D and L1 pass through the point P. So only one of the two lines can be parallel to L2. But the fact that L1 and L2 are parallel was our starting hypothesis. Therefore it's impossible for D and L2 to be parallel. And this means that the two couple of corresponding angles between L1 and L2 must be congruent. You can apply the same kind of proof to the other two pairs of corresponding angles. But we're not going to do it. And we proceed to prove another statement. If two lines cut by a transversal are parallel, then the alternate interior angles formed in this way are congruent. Again, we'll use a proof by contradiction. Let's suppose that C is not congruent to B prime and D is not congruent to A prime. So we can draw another line such that the new interior angle, C double prime, is congruent to B prime. It follows immediately that A prime and D double prime are also congruent. Knowing that A prime and B prime are supplementary angles, and so they are C double prime and D double prime, we get it easily. Once we have constructed the line D so that the alternate interior angles are congruent, we know that one of the theorems that we have seen in the first video assures us that D and L2 are parallel. And as we have seen in the previous case, this is a contradiction, because the fifth postulate excludes it. So our assumption about the angles must be false. And we have proven that the alternate interior angles formed by two parallel lines cut by a transversal are congruent. I'll leave the proof about alternative exterior angle to you. We conclude this video with the statement about consecutive interior angles. We have just proven that two parallel lines cut by a transversal form congruent alternate interior angles, knowing that C and D are supplementary angles, and so they are A prime and B prime. It is trivial to prove our statement. Well, this video is over. If you like my videos, you can subscribe to the channel. See you soon with another video. Bye.